What is going on, everybody? We're going to get this thing kicked off in 2 minutes. I know a lot of people are leaving events out in California. Welcome to the Alliance training hosted by myself, Mike Sotero. So we're going to get this thing kicked off in about 2 minutes. Adam Wenning could not make it on the call. He got locked out of his house. Don't ask me how or why, but he just gave me a call and said, Mike, do the training. So I'm down. So we're going to get this thing started in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. We're going to get this thing kicked off in 1 minute, 1 minute, 60 seconds. We're starting this. So shoot this link to your teams. That's some really, really good information for everybody. Alrighty, guys, we're going to get this thing started. So like I said before, Star Ambassador Adam Wenning got locked out of his house. So he told me to hop on this and just kind of share some of my notes that I had for the next training I was going to do next week. So I'm going to kind of share with you guys a couple of things. And I guess I apologize, I was muted. So Star Ambassador Adam Wenning was locked out of his house, guys. Couldn't make it on the call. So we're going to get this thing kicked off. My name is Mike Sotero. I'm an executive leader out of South Florida. I've been involved with Lemur now for 2 years. And if you guys just saw, I did the opportunity webinar about an hour ago, and I have some really good information. So if you don't have a notepad, you don't have some paper out, grab it right now. I'll give everybody like 10 seconds. Grab some paper. All right, that's about 10 seconds. So, the topic of this call is where are we going as a company, as the Alliance, and why you should come with. So write that down. And I want everybody to understand, if you're not excited, you're not fired up, you're fired. If you're not going out there every day, you're not excited, people are going to buy you before they buy Verve or Vima or the Alliance. They're going to buy you. Do I want to partner up with this guy? Is he actually even motivated? Or am I going to have to motivate him? I'm not even involved yet. So always ask yourself, am I excited? Because if you're not excited, you have to get excited. You have to get in state. And I want everybody to think of their life right now as a car. What is bigger, the windshield in the front or the rear view mirror? The windshield. So stop worrying about what's behind you and stop thinking backwards and start looking forward. Guys, it doesn't matter what rank you hit in 2014 and 2013 and 2010 and 2004. It matters what rank you're going to hit this year. What's your pin going to be? What rank are you going to be at December 31st, 2015? And I'm calling out myself, everybody on this call. We all have the same opportunity. And I think it's really going to start with your attitude. Jed Blandley said at this convention we just had this past weekend is that your attitude is like air. You can't see it, but you can feel it. So really quick, let me throw this charger on this computer before it dies. Really quick. So think of your attitude. You can't see your attitude, but you can feel it. And I heard your attitude determines your altitude, how far you're going to go. So understand, if you're somebody that's like, damn, man, the guy didn't show up to my meeting. Damn, I didn't sign him up. Damn. You're always mad. What do you think you're going to start attracting into your business, into your life? Understand that one area of your aspect of your life, and you change that, you can change everything. If you go negative in one aspect, you can make everything negative really, really quick. And I heard this one quote. It goes, There's no commitment. There should not be an expiration date for commitment. You're either in or you're out. And commitment is what's left when emotion in the moment is gone. It's really excited, guys, to go to a home event and get fired up, or to chug like 4 of these and get super, super excited. But when you're alone, when you're in your room and there's no upline here, there's nobody here, say, hey, Mike, do that call. Hey, Mike, do that. What are you going to do? That's when we're going to see who's committed and who's not. We're going to see who's an amateur and who's a professional. And I'm telling you, you're going to get paid big money if you can just go pro. And here's a great, great analogy. Look at your calendar before you look at your cycle tracker. Your calendar, this dictates your entire income. I have everything I did today written all right there. So before you start looking at your cycle tracker and blaming Vimo and the auto ships and all that stuff, look at your calendar. How many calls did you do today? I did 6 calls today. I did 2 one-on-ones, and we have home events and body boot camp set up for the entire weekend. I know exactly where I'm going to be at tomorrow. Do you know where you're going to be at? And I heard this one other thing goes, the 5 Ps, write this down. Proper planning prevents poor productivity. And I'll say that again. Proper planning prevents poor productivity. If it's not on your calendar, it's not getting done. It's not in your schedule, it's not getting done. Just live your life like that. Oh, I got to work from 3 to 8 today. Put that in your calendar. Oh, I got to do 2 opportunity calls. I got to call this guy this time. Put that in your calendar. Next thing I want to hit on is that I know when I first got involved 2 years ago, I don't know how long you guys have been in it, but maybe you're brand new, or maybe you have been in it for a year or 2 or 3 years. Understand is that I think we all might have had this idea where I'm going to get involved and I'm going to do this to prove people wrong. I'm going to show my mom and dad that I'm going to make a lot of money. Guys, I can tell you right now, don't do it for that reason. Do it to prove people right. Do it to show people that this does work, that the Alliance has teamed up with a company that has the best products on the market, the best training on the market, the best leadership, the best CEO on the market. Do it for that reason. Don't do it to prove people wrong. And you know how you can do that is you can go out there and get results. 24 gold leaders, you're presidential. You go gold, you're making $600 to $800 part-time, and you're at the Gold for Gold event, March 13th and 14th. Go gold, build gold. Go gold, build gold. If you're not a gold leader, guys, you have 2 months to hit gold and go to that event. Simple, 10 cycles, 3,600 points on one leg, 1,800 points on the other leg. Know the numbers. Are you tracking your numbers, or are you just somebody that's like just seeing if this works? If you're new into this business, understand is that this thing doesn't work unless you do. If you don't know where you're going to be in 3 months, you're not going to get there. It's like driving a car with a blindfold. You're just going to drive until you hit that wall, until you hit adversity. And when you hit adversity, which you will, which I did, which everybody will in life, and especially in this business, it's going to do 2 things. It's going to make you, or it's going to break you. For a lot of people, it's going to break them. They're going to cry. They're going to quit. They're going to blame the products. They're going to blame the company. They're going to blame everything except for the guy, the girl in the mirror. The best recruiting tool is the guy or the girl in the mirror. When you wake up, look in the mirror and ask yourself, would you follow you? That's it. That's what you got to ask yourself in the morning. And when I'm talking to people, I talked to this guy today, and I was like, yo, dude, you have 90% of the skills, what it takes, to make it in my business. If I could show you the other 10%, if I could show you the other 10%, dude, you would make a fortune with what I do. What's that? Got his number, call him tomorrow. It's really simple. Just go out there and talk to people. But what I just said is called the 90-10 rule. 90% of the skills. If I could show you the other 10%, you would make a fortune in my business. I think Morton said that this past weekend. And let's go to this topic I love talking about, recruiting. Whether you're new, old, recruiting solves everything. If you've been at a rank for a while, you gotta go out there and bring the new breeds, the new freshman class is what I'm gonna start calling it. We gotta go find the new freshman class. Imagine 5 new PQs this week in your business. What would that do? Number 1, you would hit a frenzy. Number 2 is you have 5 people who are fired up. Probably 1 or 2 of them are actually gonna work, but those 1 or 2 are gonna lead to 1 or 2. They're gonna lead to a few. Understand that only a few will become successful in life, guys. Only a few will make millions. Only a few will drive a nice car. Only a few will play pro at pro sports. Decide to be a part of the few. I decided that 2 years ago from this day, I joined Vimo 2 years ago from today, that I was going to be a part of the few. And if you can just commit to yourself, guess what's going to happen? I plan on seeing you in 4 years, in 10 years, in 20 years in this business with the Alliance as a massively huge success story, because you have what it takes. You have everything you need to succeed, but it's just a decision. This is not a get rich quick. You know that. You joined because it made sense. Now take that same, excitement that you have when you join and live like every single day. Every day is day one. Every day is day one of, of your business, and every day is the last day of the rank advancement excitement wise. And that's how I'm going out there. I'm building my business. And think of your one market like this. When I got involved, I thought of my business like this. My one market's like a bunch of vegetables. If I don't get to them, guess what? They're going to rot. They're going to hear about, oh, Mike's doing this pyramid thing, or Mike's doing this, or Mike's involved with some energy drink thing. They're going to hear it from the wrong people. Why don't people join your business? Why don't people join network marketing? Because it is the best thing out there right now. It's not perfect, but it's better. But why don't they join? It's so simple. They just don't understand. When you show people the numbers at 10, at 50 orders, at 100 orders, at 1,000 orders, and people see the numbers and they understand the products, they understand this business model, they get excited. They go out there and make it happen. Some of them do, not everybody, a few will. But guess what? They just don't understand it. We're going out there, we're helping blind people see. And I feel obligated to help as many blind people see as possible. And that's kind of how, that's going to determine, that's all from your belief level. If you truly believe in this business model, you truly believe in these products and the alliance and in your leadership and your upline and this company, then guess what? You're gonna have that same obligated feeling that I have every time I leave my house. Every time I'm always talking to people about this, always getting new numbers, always meeting new people. So ask yourself, do I really believe in this? And that's a question. That's a question between you and you. Nobody can answer that for you. In the beginning, I asked Adam, do I believe in myself? Does it look like I believe in myself? Gucci, does it look like no? Mike, do you believe in yourself? That's all that matters. And I was listening to Bob Proctor. I had a chance to talk to Bob Proctor this past weekend in California for a couple of minutes. And we were just talking about thoughts and when you're in your thinking vibrations. And he's like, Mike, your world is a reflection of your thoughts. Your income right now, your cycle tracker right now, everything in your life is just previous thoughts that added up, and that's where your life's at right now. I was like, holy crap, you're right. When we were getting this thing started in Florida 2 years ago, we were like, oh my God, this is gonna be huge, this is gonna be huge. And it got big, it got really big. And I had a thought like, wow, can we pack out this auditorium, 300 people every night? I think we're gonna run out of people. I had those thoughts, and we saw that, less people started coming. So it's not because Mike's thoughts happened, nobody showed up to any of the meetings anymore, but it just shows you that you always got to, stay positive, stay focused. I'm reading this book called The Power of Now, and talks about living in the like right now, living in the present. The future is important, but live right now. Go out there and make that phone call right now, because tomorrow could be too late. Nobody on this call is guaranteed to tomorrow. Whatever you believe in, higher being and spiritual, I don't personally think we woke ourselves up today. I think somebody else did. We can, talk about that a little later on. It's a different topic, but you just understand is that right now is your now. It's your decision, whether you're going to do it or not. And Bob was talking about how goals are to grow into. Look at your life right now. That's the reflection of what your previous thoughts are. But here's what we can do. Let's say you don't like your life right now. I personally want to have a better life. I love my life right now, but I want more. I want to live in abundance. I want to have that financial and time freedom. So let's get some goals. What are your goals for the next 2 weeks going into finishing the RA? What are your goals for the next 6 months, the next year, the next 5 years? Guys, if you haven't committed to being here a year from now and sign that commitment form in the journey, we can't, honestly, your uplines can only do so much, but you got to commit to yourself. And that's the moral of the story of this call, is that, where are we going? We're going to wherever we can, keep thinking and keep growing to. I understand is that these companies get massive. The Alliance has the right leadership, the right everything. And why you should come with is because we're going to help you guys every single step of the way, whether you're diamond, platinum, bronze, you're cheering about BEMA for the first time right now in a training call, whatever, we're going to be able to team up together, upline, downline, crossline, doesn't matter. The word alliance means a group of people coming together with the common goals, and that's what we're doing. We're all working together. And if you want to be a part of that, guess what? You're going to have us here every single step of the way. But here's what you got to do. You got to find a mentor. And this is what your mentor needs to tell you. If you're going to mentor somebody, this is what you need to tell your mentoree or whatever you call them. Hey, Varun, bro, I'm willing to mentor you, bro. I'm willing to mentor. I've been doing it a little longer than you, man. I'm willing to mentor you. But here's what you got to agree on. You must do everything I tell you to do. And if you don't, that's it. You know, I'm going to work with you, but I can't spend time with somebody that's not going to be coachable. It's not going to listen. Guys, we have to spend 80% of our time with 20% of the people. A lot of people get it vice versa. They're trying to, go out there and chase the birds. They're trying to get the birds to do more. They're trying to get the birds to join the business. Guys, just work with the people that want to work. If you have 100 people on your team, work with 20 of them. You have 1,000, work with 200. You have 10, work with the 2 most serious people and help them find 2 serious people. Help them find a few and help them find a few. That's all you have to do. Like I said when I started this call, forget the past. Forget everything that happened. Maybe you've went through something, hard in your life. Maybe that was a great, maybe it was a great test for you. Remember this, your greatest test is going to be your greatest testimony. I was stuck at Diamond for 9 months. I hit Diamond in 3 months. I got stuck there for 9 months, which was a year in Vima. And then I went Diamond to exec in 65 days. Why is that? Because I changed my thought pattern. I looked at my reflection. I was like, I'm not having this anymore. We found one kid from an Instagram message. We added 44 orders in California, and I was on a plane 2 weeks later. I changed my thought pattern. I changed my input, and that's why my output started changing. And I skipped 2 ranks in 60 days. So ask yourself today, am I ready for the quantum leap that's about to happen in 2015? We have regionals, we have Super Saturdays, we have body boot camps, we have the 24/7 pack coming out. We have all these things literally realigning themselves in harmony with where you can go, what you can do this year. There's no reason, whether you're bronze, silver, gold, diamond, you're not plugged in on the Facebook page, you're not hosting PBRs, you're not doing 101. There's no reason why you're not doing that. Patrick Comer, shout out to him, taught me the rule of 4. This is if you're part-time, 4 hours a day. Your 1 hour, write this down, is talking to new people. 1 hour, the other hour is talking, the other hour is closing and following up. The third hour is group enrollments, PBRs, 3-way calls, Skype calls, Google calls. And the 4th hour is promotion. So what I'm doing is every morning I'm making a list of everything I need to promote for this week, for this day, for this month, regionals and everything, conventions, everything. And I'm calling people on my team and I'm getting them buying their ticket to the 31st Super Saturday in South Florida. I'm getting them to, go to the next body boot camp. I'm just letting them know where everything's going to be at. They're going to show up if they're committed. If they don't show up, whatever. Find a few more that will show up. That's all you have to do is those 4 things. If you're full-time in this business, which maybe some people are, double it. 2 hours of promoting, 2 hours of group enrollment, 2 hours of following up, closing up, and 2 hours of talking to new people. That's it. 4 hours, 8 hours. Are you part-time, full-time, or sometime? Don't be a sometimer. A sometimer complains and blames the industry and blames the company and blames the leadership, and they just blame everything. They don't take responsibility for their lives. Guess what? If you want to be successful in anything you do, whether it's school, work, Vima, anything, you have to take responsibility right now. And there's too many people blaming the comp plan and the products and all this BS. Blame yourself. Be willing to change. For things to change, you have to change. One of the best quotes ever by Jim Rohn. Just decide, I'm going to change. Today's January 9th, 2015. The alliance is intact. We have the journey. We have everything we need to become successful. Ask yourself, am I going to do it? And last thing I want to talk about is, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to sign up 10 out of 10. You don't have to, host 5 PBRs a day at your house. But you have to be patient. You don't have to be perfect, but you have to be patient. I understand that it took Tom Alkazen 11 years to hit 6 figures, 11 years to go presidential. It took Brad 4 years to go presidential. Adam Whiting didn't cycle for 2 months. Luke Wilborn, it took him like 3. He was stuck at executive for like 4 years. You don't have to be perfect, but you have to be patient and understand whether it's diamond or platinum or executive or presidential or ambassador or pinnacle or legend. Those ranks are not for everybody. They're for the chosen few. Decide to be a part of the chosen few, and 2015 can be your year. So back to the topic, like I said, where are we going? The alliance is going to do things that will take this company to the billions. I have 100% belief in that. And when you're sharing the story about the alliance, this is kind of in the ballpark of what you should be saying. Hey, Mike, what's the alliance? The alliance is basically a community of like-minded individuals that are looking to help people improve, number one, their health or their fitness or their physical being, whatever you want to say. Number 2, They're helping people create a financial plan, how to create extra income on the side part-time. You know, you're making $1,000 a month full-time. Nobody wants to hear your story. You're making $1,000 a month part-time. Everybody wants to hear your story. So stay part-time, go to school, go to work, but treat this business like a business. We all have other things going on. We all have family members. We all have, you know, school. We all have those things that can distract us like that. Don't let it distract you. This is worth, you know, this is worth a lot. You know, a lot of people in this call have to make this business, you know, happen. Diego Avila, perfect example, man. He at Presidential and retired his mom. 2 years in his business. A lot of people in this call, you know, don't have, you know, a backup plan. So go out there and treat it like $1 million business. Because if you gave me $1 million to get started, or you opened up a restaurant for $1 million, you would be inviting everybody to that damn restaurant, and you know it. You'd be calling people every day. You got to come check out the restaurant. You got to come check out the restaurant. Hey, change that conversation. Hey, you got to come check out the Alliance. What's that? If I send you a quick video, when can you watch it? Right now. Send them Rise. YPR All Access is making an Alliance video that you can use in 2 weeks as a first exposure. We're finalizing the journey tonight. Everything has aligned for you to succeed, for me to succeed, for everybody in this company to go to the next level, the quantum leaps. You know, Jed Buenaluz went from an exec to ambassador in 3 months or 6 months, whatever. You know, there are people that have in this business, you know, that have gone from, you know, bronze to diamond. You've